You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. All right, folks, let's go to Tennessee, where a former police officer's guilty plea of killing a black man sends a grieving mother into a rage. In July 2018, Andrew Delke shot Daniel Hambrick in the back 3 times as he ran away. At his hearing, Delke pled guilty to voluntary manslaughter. He got the opportunity to express his condolences to the family.
I'm pleading guilty today because I recognize
Anthony.
My use of deadly force was not reasonably necessary under all the circumstances. I recognize that what happened on July 26, 2018 was tragic. Mrs. Hambrick lost her son that day, and I am responsible for her loss. Excuse me. These are facts that I will have to live with for the rest of my life. And no mother should ever have to experience the loss of a child, and not a day has gone by that I have not thought about my actions. I also recognize that my actions impacted the community and the police department. I hope this case can contribute positively to the much-needed discussion about how police officers are trained and how we, as a community, want police officers to interact with citizens. I am deeply sorry for the harm my actions cause, and I hope that Mr. Hambrick's family will obtain some comfort from my acceptance of responsibility and my guilty plea today.
Wow, folks. Following that statement, y'all, Vickie Hambrick, Daniel Hambrick's mother, strongly reacted to what he said.
Oh, baby. Can't believe it. I can't believe this, Judge. I can't believe it. I've been going through this for 3 years.
Take your time, baby.
I can't believe it.
Yes. Take your time.
Judge,
Take your time.
I lost my mother. I lost my grandmother. I lost my father. My father had a stroke and a heart attack. I can't believe it. Because of you. Because of you. I lost my son's father because of you. Because of you.
Yes.
He killed himself. I hate you. I hate you. I don't accept no apology because you could have did it at the beginning. I don't accept it. What if the tables turn? Judge?
That's right.
What if the tables turn? Just look at the tape. What if it's your child?
That's right.
It's not my child. What if it's your child? It'll be a different story. Go ahead. What if it's your motherfucking child? You white motherfucker. Come as a motherfucker. You bastard. You bastard. I hate you. Roger, I hate you too. You blind motherfucker. I hate you.
Miss
I
Hambrick.
hate you.
Miss Hambrick.
You told me a goddamn lie.
Miss Hambrick.
And I hate you. I hate you. Delke, come as a motherfucker. You better watch your back in jail, motherfucker. You bastard. You bastard. You better watch your motherfucking back. You hear me? You better be scared. You better be scared, motherfucker. Cause come as a motherfucker. They gotta take you out of here now, cause I'm gonna go over there and smack the shit out of you. Oh, yes, I am. So they better take you all out of here. They better take you out of here. Cause I've been through a lot from you. A lot. His friend killed himself because of you. I hate you. So I don't accept your motherfucking apology.
Miss Hambrick.
Okay? You cook clan motherfucker. You come. No, let
Okay.
me go.
Well,
let me go.
well-
You talk about your
think that's enough.
Y'all said we eat watermelon. You racist motherfucker, y'all.
Okay. Don't harm anyone. Don't come up here. Just hold it. Bullshit! That's bullshit! We didn't get a chance, man! We didn't get a chance, man! 3 years! We didn't get a chance, man! We didn't get a chance!
Teresa, whenever we see these stories, oftentimes we have folks who want black folks to express forgiveness. Now, Hambrick also says that she was not informed of the pact that Delke made with prosecutors to plead guilty in exchange for a 3-year sentence. His plea means that he will not have to go on trial for first-degree murder this month. So they do a plea deal. He gets 3 years. Doesn't go to trial. Could have gotten a lot more. And this is where I'm with a lot of black people. Like, damn this whole, let's extend forgiveness. That woman lost her son. And you heard the judge sitting here trying to get her to calm down. No, the judge should have sat his ass there and let that woman talk as long as she needed to talk. And then, but no, they all cut and ran because they did not want to have to listen to the anguish in that black mother's voice.
Yeah. Sorry, it's the first time I'm seeing that video. I think most of the issues that, that really honestly just took place in that room, honestly, the judge, like you said, he should have sat there on the bench and listened. I think I didn't even know that the family didn't. I don't even understand how you make a plea deal without the family's acknowledgement. But that's the first issue. And then the second piece is, again, 3 years for a life. And so it's very difficult, when we talk about criminal justice reform, and this is still happening every single day. People are dying, families are dying. And then when it is time for us to receive justice, i.e. black people, we're not getting it. But the calls for action are high. I'm just trying to, I can't really get around, what the purpose of a 3-year sentence. And I think that is even something to really dissect, because it looks like this, whoever this young officer is, he really, showed the definition of white and privilege inside a police reform commission system. And so, when we see this type of mayhem and this type of tragedy happen, it's almost, again, you wonder why people don't believe in the system. You wonder why, people, when issues are happening inside of communities, they're not calling the police first, they're calling their family members first, because these issues are continuously happening. And then when it's time to receive justice, even with a black judge sitting there, it doesn't seem like it's happening. So it's just so, again, unfortunate.
We're sitting here and again looking at that, Ben, and how in the hell does a DA not tell the family about this sort of deal? But these are the kind of deals that are cut for cops.
Yeah, Roland, I'm not interested in going through the phase of getting justice for black people that includes an entire season of how low of a count of years can you get in exchange for a black life. Like, prosecutors and district attorneys need to understand we're not playing this game. If you would not give someone on the street 3 years for a human life, don't give it to a cop, because our lives are worth just as much as anyone else's. This is an insult to the family. This is a slap in their face, and that black mother had every right to be as angry as she was because her child is gone, and this guy is going to what's equivalent to a summer vacation. He's going to college. He's going away to college. And when he comes out, he's got the rest of his life ahead of him, but this young black man does not. So this black mother had every right to say everything that she said, and she could have said more, and the judge got in the way. He did not expect. The judge was looking for the sensibilities that we've seen from so many black families, and however they choose to process it, it's their prerogative. But they're so used to us being forgiving these cops and ushering that over to them. No, this mother said everything that we've been feeling as a black community, and I'm so sorry that it had to come at the expense of her child.
Mustafa.
I mean, she lost her everything. I mean, you know, a mother who brings a child into the world and has to watch that child leave because of a decision that a police officer made. It is a heavy bearing, you know, something to carry. And this case, you know, this life should have never been taken if you really understand this case. You know, you had a police officer that was following a car. Now, he worked on a task force that was supposed to be looking for stolen cars by youth. He was following the car, ran the plates on the car didn't have anything attached to it. Then he ended up, you know, following a little while longer, lost it, and then went into an area and saw another car that he knew was not that car, but decided to get out. And then chased this young man in this moment where lots of folks are afraid of the police, and then shot him multiple times. So of course the mother is going to be upset. So we have a lot of folks who bore responsibility in this moment. The police officer does, the district attorney does, to make such an egregious commitment to this police officer to give him such a small amount of time. Folks really understand what this is. This is 1,095 days is all that police officer will serve for murdering this young man. 1,095 days, that's how much this young man's life was worth. And that's why we say that the system is broken. But maybe we shouldn't even say that the system is broken, because the system was never created for fairness for us. So we have all these different dynamics that we have to go through and trying to figure out how do we get a system that actually works for black and brown people. And I'll be quite honest, I'm not wise enough to know what the answer to that question is in this moment.
It is certainly troubling, and this is why when people talk about Black Lives Matter, this is why when people talk about what has to happen when it comes to getting justice in this country, those things are important, and so that's how it goes. All right, so we'll. It is so unfortunate, but that mother's pain is real. Folks, back to our Roland Mark Unfiltered video in just one moment.
You know, Steve got all these jobs, got all this money, got all these awards. You know, he talk about God and the Lord and his wife all the time. So he was over here talking, and his wife was there, and I knew it was his wife, so I walked up behind her and gave a kiss on the cheek. The projects in Steve came out in about 10 seconds, because he was like, I'm hearing some kissing over here. Who the hell is kissing my wife?
Well, Roland, you leaned into and you was doing this just to aggravate me, and I heard it out my ear, and I went, okay, man, I don't know who this brother is, but Essence is about to be different. And I spun, and it was the ignorant Roland Mark messing with me. But hey, man, you know how I feel about that girl. So it was quite interesting, and I had to apologize because the CEO of Essence was standing right there, and me and Roland almost turned the festival out. It would have been quite different.
Now, speaking of turn the festival, we also are always on our pocket square game. Always.
Now, I got to give Roland credit. We always battling each other for the different looks. Pocket squares is something we kind of specialize in. We try to make it. This is topping the game right now. This I've never seen. I will be stealing this look. As soon as I find the people from out of this country that he bought this stuff from, and I get a proper email, I'll be sending to China or wherever he
Japan.
or Japan or Yugoslavia, wherever they made this, and I will be looking. That is hot. I got to give it to you. That's the best pocket square I've ever seen.
Now, last piece. Steve is a big golfer. I'm a big golfer. So when we gonna have this golfing brothers thing?
See, Roland, you're trying to talk me into something that you've been doing a lot longer than I. See, you've been playing golf since college.
I took it as my PE at Texas A&M in '87.
See, right there, I picked up golf after Tiger won the Masters. And then I bought a set of clubs and played with a custom set of clubs for 5 years without a lesson. I can't tell you the bad stuff I've ingrained into this swing. I just now started going over the top. I just cut that out. Okay. So, and I'm playing good though. I'm playing good for me. Well, what's your best score?
77.
That'll never happen here.
Well, Rodney Green is working with him. He's our good friend as well. But
77. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm taking a full-page ad out in the USA Today.
So don't forget, if you want to watch the 2021 Essence Festival of Culture Live Loud virtual experience, go to essencestudios.com or essence.com.